Hey everyone, I'm Chrissy Ray, and I'm going to talk about website audits. In this video, I'm going to share 5 things that you can do to audit your website today without having any technical background or technical knowledge to make sure that your website is living up to its full potential. So let me switch over to my screen. There we go, so we can see this. So we're going to actually audit a client's website, and we're going to make sure that this website is living up to its full potential. All right. So again, 5 things that you can do. And the first one, sorry, one second. The first one is going to be to check to make sure that the website has a call to action. So if somebody's coming to this website and they're looking around, this may be the first time that they came to the website. What are they going to do when they come to this website? What do you think they're going to do? It's pretty obvious to me, but I'm one of the people that helped make this site. But the thing that they should do is what their eye is going to be called to, and that's going to be one of these buttons here. So this schedule a consultation, which is visible whether the website is viewed on desktop or mobile, is going to be pretty obvious. So that's what they're going to click on, is the schedule a consultation link. So that is your call to action. You always want to make it easy for your clients or your customers, your potential customers, to know exactly what it is that they're going to do when they get to your website. So that's rule number 1, or audit item number 1. Now, the next thing is a little bit more complicated, and that's making sure that the website is going to be what's called mobile friendly. So it needs to either be responsive, which I'll show you what that means in just a minute, or there needs to be a mobile version of the website. So responsive means if you're looking at this website, which I've got here, I'm going to resize it so you can see. You see what happens to the menu when I make it smaller? Or if I make it about the size it would be on a phone. You see that? See how that menu disappears and it goes into, this is called a hamburger menu. So if I click on that, that shows me the menu. There's that schedule a consult there. If I look at this on a size that would be appropriate for a desktop computer, or sorry, a tablet, you can see this is about tablet size. Then it's going to be resized, and it's going to make it so that mobile users don't have to kind of click and hope for the best with regards to the menu. The other thing to notice is that the text resizes, moves around. If I scroll down a little bit, you can see that the images moved around and they resize. So if I look at this on a desktop view or a tablet view, you can see that this goes 3 across. But you don't want people to have to kind of pinch and zoom and scroll in and out to be able to view the content on a website. So that's why you want to make sure that it is responsive or there's a mobile version of it. That's super, super important to have for your website. All right, so item number 3 is you want to make sure that all of the images used on the website are optimized and have what's called alternative text. So alternative text is it's code. Let me actually, this is a little bit technical. I'm going to bring up the code on this one real quick. But the alternative text is some text that appears, where is it? So it's some text that appears on the HTML. And the alternative text, it lets people who aren't looking at the website, or maybe using a screen reader or some other accessibility tools to look at the website, it lets them know what's in the picture. So in this case, we would say picture of Hannah writing, or a picture of woman looking at laptop and another woman writing, a picture of Alice Ann holding her book, Take the Lead. So the alternative text describes what's in the picture. And this is really important for accessibility purposes, which again, and if somebody's looking at the website with a screen reader, they need to be able to know what's in the picture. It's also important for search engine optimization. So you do want to make sure that you have that alternative text there. The other reason the optimization is important is because it helps to keep the file size smaller. The faster your site loads, the better you're going to get with user experience, and the better you're going to get for search engine optimization. So you want to make sure that they're both optimized and they are have the alternative text. Now, as far as optimization, I use a website called TinyPNG. You can drop your images in there, upload them, and it'll optimize them for you. As long as there's the original images are less than 5 megs each, it'll optimize them for you. So make use of that. If you're using WordPress, there's a plugin that I use called Imagify. The URL is imagify.io. I recommend using that one. It's free to get started, and you can optimize some images when you do that. So again, it's a WordPress plugin. All right. So that was number 3. Number 4 is related to that. So number 4 is you want to make sure that the site is loading quickly for both desktop and mobile users. So there's a tool called Page Speed Insights. It's a tool from Google, and the URL is pagespeed.web.dev. You can just go to that website and you can type in the URL of your website there, and you can see what the performance is. You can see what the page speed index is for your website. And you can see for this website, it's 92. On mobile, it's a little bit lower, it's 75. But honestly, as far as I'm concerned, anything over a 70 on mobile is actually pretty good. There's some things that we could do to optimize it. Now, if I look at the results of this, if I scroll down a little bit, it gives me a list of opportunities. So there are some things that I could do to make it better. So this one doesn't have a image optimization plugin installed, and I can install an image optimization plugin. It's a WordPress site. I can install that to serve the next gen format, which is WebP. So the Imagify, that plugin I mentioned before, will automatically turn all of my images into those WebP images, which load faster than some of the traditional images. Let me go back to there. And also the properly sizing and encoding the images it's gonna improve that performance. So if I look at mobile, you can see again it's got those same issues. And switching over to use that Imagify plugin, which I'm going to do after we're done with this video, that's a really quick and easy way to optimize that image and make the performance better. So the score should go up when I optimize those images. All right. So again, that's number 4 is make sure that it loads quickly. Number 5 is super simple. It should be a no-brainer, but it's really not. And that is to make sure that you have SSL enabled. SSL stands for Secure Sockets Layer. And it's that little padlock. If you can see right there, it's kind of hard to see on my screen, but that little padlock that appears next to the URL of your website. If that padlock doesn't appear, or if you try typing in https:// and then the URL of your website. So if I tried typing in https://lofthousepublishing.com and I got a page not found, then that means that the SSL is not enabled for this website. It's really, really important to have SSL enabled. It's number one, it's important for security purposes. So if you're collecting personal information from your users, or you're collecting payment information or anything like that, it's really important to have that SSL installed. Otherwise, the connection between the browser and the server is not secure. It's also important because the Google search engine and Bing and all the other search engines, they use the fact that it's got SSL as a factor for how reliable the website is. So having SSL is going to help with your search engine optimization as well. So I hope you found those 5 tips useful. I do have more tips. I actually have a big list of things that you can do to audit your website. You can download my DIY website audit checklist. If you go to this URL, it's bit.ly/GYBO audit. And if you go there, it'll give you an email, or it'll give you a form that you can fill out to get the audit checklist emailed to you. So I hope you found this useful, and I will see you in my next quick tips video. Thanks, everybody.